think young people stopped demanding change in our region. They're now making it. And I think they stopped requesting opportunities. They're now making them. And before I used to ask people to empower young people, but I believe now people should not empower them, but recognize the power that we already have.
We were raised to remain on the safe side. So people were brought up not ready to take risks. And that's why for so many years people prefer to be hired by the government, for example.
The Middle East and North Africa countries have failed over the last 30, 40 years to achieve high rates of growth. And that has been subject of a lot of research and questioning.
First of all, the kind of economic growth that we've had has been very job poor. So too few jobs have been created, and the quality of those jobs has also been a very big problem. What is absolutely clear is that employment creation cannot be a residual. It needs to be part of the macroeconomic equation. We have the lowest labor force participation in the world for men and women. Then if you're a young person, that's one whammy, and then if you're a young woman, that's a double whammy.
There are jobs available, but at the end of the day, the employers can't find the right profile of people to hire.
It's clear that our education systems for years have been out of sync with the demands of the modern labor market. There's been a lot of investment in education in the Arab world, and certainly increasingly looking at technical and vocational education and how we can promote some skills, that kind of applied skill that doesn't come at the moment from the education system.
Nowadays, and with the challenges that we're seeing with unemployment rates and all these things, youth are forced to actually start thinking out of the box and finding other means to have their own income, generating their own income.
We have seen the private sector not develop enough, quickly enough and strongly enough to create the businesses that will create the jobs. Some of the governments, very often, they capture the wealth instead of helping to grow the wealth. Investors were not ready to invest their money because they were afraid. Foreign investors were not coming in large numbers, in volumes, which will create these businesses. So the more you dig into it, the more we found that the governance issues were central to this question.
A lot of laws and a lot of constitutional rules are not really in favor of privatizing and giving the opportunity for young people to take initiatives and make them. So I think on this level as well, things have to change.
You just want to have a meaning for your life. So you want to have a job, you want to earn good money, and you want to get good education, you want to have your own family, you want to, all are rights that youth want.
The fundamental thing is to develop a sense of optimism. What was failing in the region was that the youth and the investors were not optimistic. They were just, they were looking at the future with skepticism. Now what we need is that the people, and including the investors, have to see through a lens of optimism.
I am very hopeful, yeah. I'm optimistic, and I think it has been going okay, very okay so far. Nobody can think that it will be fixed all of a sudden in a few months. So it will take some time, but I think we're on the right track.